Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As the Prime Minister, I will present the case in English with the authority and clarity for a high-level parliamentary debate. To answer a focused debate, the government defines the motion follows. A total ban on the private motorist vehicles, cars and motorcycles within the central business district and the historic core of major cities, emergency service, ambulance or the fire trucks, and electric power public transit logistic delivery in the valleys during of the peak hours at the start the 10 p.m. to the 5 a.m. and especially adapted valleys for the people that is disabilities and the mechanism. The government will the encourage and for the people with stability mechanism fund free have request public transport and the current state and seems urges and activants and the pedestrian and the selling insurance. Why must we act now? The public health crisis, urbanism, pollution the results and the toxic levels causing chronic respiratory and the disease and the thousand of the premature deaths. This annually the failure routes expense. We can no longer and build our way and out of the traffic due to increased demand. More roads only leads to more and the cars, our city centers, and the emergency and the currently fake the economic stagnation due to the total grid loop and the climate emergency to meet net zero targets. On the we must decorate the high new and these areas immediately.
Honorable educators and everyone here, I am the Deputy Prime Minister and I strongly support this motion banning personal vehicles in city centers. First, I would like to rebut the arguments from the opposition. The opposition says that banning private cars will make transportation harder and hurt businesses. However, I disagree with this argument. Private vehicles are actually one of the biggest reasons why city centers become crowded and stressful. Too many cars create traffic jams, noise, and pollution. People spend too much time on the road, and this makes city areas uncomfortable to visit. We can already see in many crowded cities that when roads are full of cars, people avoid going there because it is tiring and inefficient. On the other hand, when areas are more walkable and bike-friendly, people can move more easily, enjoy the environment longer, and visit more shops or public places. Therefore, banning private vehicles does not damage economic activity. Instead, it creates a more accessible and enjoyable environment for people and businesses. Now, I would like to rebuild the Prime Minister's case. Our policy helps cities use space more efficiently. Right now, a good amount of space in city centers is used only for roads and parking areas. This is not a good use for public spaces because it benefits vehicles more than people. If private cars are banned, those areas can be transformed into parks, pedestrian spaces, bike lanes, and public facilities. People will have more space to walk, relax, and interact with others. In addition, public transportation will become faster and more reliable because there will be less traffic con- congestion. This clearly proves that banning personal vehicles makes cities more efficient, organized, and comfortable for everyone. For my extension, I would like to talk about the future impact of this policy. If society continues depending too much on private cars, problems such as pollution, traffic congestion, and unhealthy environments will continue to grow. Cities will become more crowded and less safe for future generations. We already know that cities with fewer private vehicles usually have cleaner air, safer streets, and better quality of life. People can enjoy public spaces more. Children can move around safely, and communities become healthier overall. This is why banning personal vehicles is not only beneficial for today, but also an important long-term solution for creating sustainable cities in the future. In conclusion, the opposition believes that cars make cities more convenient, but in reality, too many private vehicles create more problems than benefits. By banning personal vehicles in city centers, we create cities that are cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more comfortable for everyone. Thank you.